What if the worst thing you could do right now is rush to put a for sale sign in your yard? I know that sounds backwards. The market's shifting, rates are fluctuating, and it's prime selling season, and everyone's telling you to move fast. But after 22 years of helping people sell homes in King County, I can tell you the sellers who get the best offers are the ones who slow down first and do these 5 things. So here's what's happening in King County, Washington right now. Buyers have more options than they have had in years. Inventory is creeping up, and the buyers who are out there, they're more cautious. They're doing more research, they're asking more questions, and they're not afraid to walk away from a deal that doesn't feel right. So if you want top dollar for your home, you can't just list it and hope. You need to be strategic. Let me walk you through the 5 things that every King County home seller should do before that sign goes in the ground. Thing number 1. Get a pre-listing inspection. I know, most sellers think inspections are the buyer's job, but here's why you do it first. When you know what's wrong with your house, you control the narrative. If there's a leak under the sink or a crack in the foundation, you can fix it on your terms and your timeline and no surprises. If the buyer finds it first, now it becomes a negotiating weapon. They'll use it to chip thousands off of your asking price. A pre-listing inspection can cost between $500 and $900. That's a lot less, though, than the $5,000 credit a buyer will ask for when they find that same issue and use it against you. There are pros and cons to doing a pre-inspection, so make sure you talk it over with your realtor. Thing number 2, and this one's really critical, price it right from day one. The biggest mistake I see sellers make is pricing it high to leave room for negotiation. So here's what actually happens when you overprice. Your home sits there. After 2 or 3 weeks, buyers start to wonder what's wrong with it. Then you have to drop the price, and now you look desperate. The first offer you get is usually your best offer. Many times when you price too high, in the end, you end up getting less than what market value would have been. Don't scare the buyers away with an inflated number. Look at the comparable sales in your neighborhood or what it was 3 years ago. I pull those comps every single day for sellers in Renton, Kent, Auburn, Maple Valley, and the data doesn't lie. An appraiser has to use the same data as well. If you're finding this helpful, I want you to know who's talking to you. I'm Karen Jackson with John L. Scott Real Estate in King County, and I help empty nesters and retirees like you make smart, pressure-free moves. If this video is hitting home, hit that subscribe button and the little bell for notifications. That way you won't miss the next one where I cover the biggest mistakes retirees make when selling. Thing number 3, and this is the one most people get wrong. Don't over-improve. You've probably heard that a kitchen remodel increases your home's value. But here's the reality. In King County right now, you will not get a dollar-for-dollar return on major renovations. Fresh paint? Yes. Clean carpets? Absolutely. Decluttering and deep cleaning? 100%. Those give you the biggest bang for your buck. But a $50,000 kitchen remodel, you might get $30,000 back if you're lucky. Buyers in this market are looking for move-in ready homes, not magazine perfect. Clean, bright, and well-maintained beats fancy every time. Save your money for your next chapter. Thing number 4, declutter like you're already moving. Because guess what? You are moving. So start packing now. When buyers walk through your home, they need to see their life in it, not yours. Personal photos, collections, excess furniture, it all makes the space feel smaller and more cluttered. Box it up. You're going to have to pack it anyway. I tell my clients, imagine you're already living in your next smaller home. What would you keep? What would you let go of? Start with that mindset and you'll be amazed how much easier the whole process feels. Thing number 5. Timing matters more than you think. In the Seattle area and Washington State, the sweet spot for listing is typically mid-February through May. That's when buyer activity peaks and inventory hasn't caught up yet. But here's what most people don't realize. If you're also buying your next home, you need to think about both sides of the transaction. Can you afford 2 mortgages? Do you need a bridge loan? Should you sell first and rent temporarily? These aren't questions you figure out on closing day. Talk to a lender early and know your numbers, because the worst position to be in is a seller who's desperate to close because they already bought something else. So there you have it. 5 things to do before you sell your Washington home. Get that inspection, price it right, don't over-improve, start packing early, and get your timing locked in. Remember, the goal isn't just to sell your house. The goal is to sell it well enough that your next chapter, whether that's a smaller place, a new town, or even renting for a while, starts on your terms and not under pressure. If you would like a copy of my book, Selling Secrets That You Cannot Afford to Miss, click on the link below in the description. And if you have questions about your current situation, drop them in the comments. I read every single one. Be sure to go watch my next video where I cover the biggest mistakes retirees make when selling, so you can be even more prepared. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.